Good morning. Let me just sip of coffee. Good. Okay. Now I'm going to review a figure that... Oh, I caught my hand before. I'm going to review a figure that, if I found it at the time, might have been my POTP challenge. If you don't know what that is, well, my one was actually quite well received, but still, this figure could have been it. And it is... War for Cybertron Deluxe Optimus Prime. Yeah, last few videos have been reasonably positive. This one ain't. This one really ain't. This is the one from the first computer game that they made back on the PS3, and it was all cool, and all the cars hovered, and the Megatron tank from this is actually really cool. But this one, no. Just no. It's supposed to be Optimus Prime. We're not going for Orion packs or any of that nonsense. We went straight to Optimus Prime with this one. And it's... We'll take this off, because this is his weapon, and therefore optional. We don't need that. We'll take that off. And even that isn't good. It's got sort of like a grill and a bumper and some sort of like smoothed out bits. And yeah, it looks very pretty. You know, it's like someone who designed it on a computer would be very proud of themselves, and I'm sure they were. But when it translates into plastic, yeah. I mean, if you ignore the obvious giant panel lines, the smooth angles, so it probably looks really great. And if this actually lined up properly, it again looked great. You got the big smokestacks that, you know, traditionally with Optimus Prime should be here, and they're leaning that. Oh, isn't it lovely? And I think I've done this wrong. Are these supposed to be through here? I believe they are. Bear with me 1 second, children. I've mistransformed this. I think they're supposed to be through here. Oh, look at me, silly. Because they make such a big difference to the overall vehicle mode. Look at that. Oh gosh. And I've added a little bit of paint, but we'll get to that. It's just, it looks very pretty. So let me ask a 9-year-old. Does this look very pretty? You can speak. Yes. Right. Okay. It's just. I don't know. This mode isn't so bad. It's because I know what comes after this that I'm sort of like, But let's compare it to another more recent Cybertronian red and blue minivan kind of thing with Siege crosshairs. They're not dissimilar in size. They're both red and blue, and I know he's way more simple, and he's just an ironhide ratchet repaint, and I've done the wheels. But he's just way better than this thing. Just trust me. Trust me. We've got the optional weapon piece, which has a little tab there. Well, little peg there, and the big handle there. And that can just plug into that hole there. And I say plug, it more just sort of... See, it's going to hold properly now, but usually it falls off, you know. Yeah. We'll get rid of that because it's awful, and I'll show you in robot mode. Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah. Should we transform this thing? Oh, I need more coffee. Hang on. Exaggerated slurping for everyone's approval. Right, good. Let's transform it, because it's not like I'm putting this off at all. How do I start this again? Right, well, first thing is these pieces that clearly are fixed there and should never move, they need to be folded all the way out and through. Not like I forgot that when I originally transformed this before, and they were, you know, where they should be for auto mode. They just need to be folded through and underneath. You can see it's going to be a mess as soon as you look at that, can't you? Yeah, you want to see? Look, there you go. Yeah, it's a mess. Alright, how do I do it? Right, you need to sort of wriggle this so that these tabs come loose. So you got the blue panels. Those can be flipped. Now, see, this is where it gets a mess. You need to get those loose, but you can't pull them out because the smokestacks are attached to these. So I need to get this nose section, I think, loose, which is here. Right. Fold this. Does that go? Yeah, that folds all the way on top. See, I'm trying to remember. I haven't touched this thing for years, for reasons. And then we're going to get this piece, and I believe it shouldn't be attached to anything else. Yeah, good. And we're going to get that and get it up out of the way. Huzzah! Can you see how complicated this thing is? Now we can pop these little bits loose on this grey double hinge. Double hinge is a word you might hear a lot in this video. Okay? And now we can get these side panels to fold out a bit more. Well, no, you got to roll these out. So bring that up, fold it all the way out and around. Then this tab here goes onto that tab there. So that slot goes into that tab. And to do it, you've got to turn the smokestack, rotate it around, and put it onto the tab. This isn't fun. Let me just remind you before we get there, this isn't fun. So turn this around, rotate that over, tab into place. Good. Now we can get all of this and pull it loose from underneath. It does come loose from underneath, or is it easier to split it, do it one at a time? Alright, we'll split it, do it one at a time. Yeah. Pull it loose. This, can you see like that? This piece here, this little grip, goes on the inside of the leg there, and it's got some bite to it. But then we also, before we want to straighten this up, we also extend out of the leg. And then straighten that up. And then we fold down the toe and shove the foot back. Because if you don't, it's way back heavy and this heel is not going to help at all. Not that it makes a big difference. And I've missed a step. We need to fold this back down. Fold that over the top. And then fold it up. That's a leg done. I'm already fed up. It's been nearly 7 minutes. Right, let's try this again. Let's straighten this out a bit. Fold this out the way. Flip that over the top. Go over the top. Do as I command. There's nothing in your way. Go there. Good. Fold over. Slide. Straighten. Toe down. Shove the heel back. Oh, legs are done. I've added this blue here because otherwise it was just a wash of grey. This blue here. And it's just, nah. Basically just, I wanted to try and make it nice and it's not helped. Now we've got to do the rest of it, which is, alright, let's just bring this up a little bit because it's not because it's complicated, well, tall or anything like that. It's just, I've got to explain it to you and I don't want to. Stop laughing at me. Stupid 9-year-olds. Right. Okay. What we need to do is get this bumper piece, which is tabbed in here and here. We're just going to get this loose. Okay. Get that loose. Okay. And get these square pieces, which you can't tell are separate pieces to that, can you? They're all the same piece. No. There's clearly no giant divide there. Straighten that up and get it out of the way. And on this side, that's up, straighten that up out of the way. It's all just moving stuff out your way so you can get to other stuff. It's okay. Stop laughing at me. Alright. Fold this wheel all the way through. And this all the way through. Okay. Which will give you clearance to fold this grey piece with all of this kibble and nonsense on it out to the side. And on this side. There, it's done. What do you think? I'm fed up with this thing already. Bring these red pieces over and then fold these up on the back of it. Rotate so that the silver strip is on the outside and flip out the hat. Why is the dog walking around now? Everyone wants to ruin the video. It's not a good video, so it can't really be ruined, but fine. So we're like this. Yay! Bring this bit down. Shove that bit up. Flip out the hand. Turn it so the silvery bit's on the outside. And hello, my name's Optimus Prime. I don't like it. What we got to do is get this piece and its double hinge on this middle, right? there's this piece, which is all the legs and stuff are attached to. There's the red, which is all the body. And there's this grey piece in the middle. I was going to sneeze. Grey piece in the middle needs to turn in between it. So you need to turn that and just... without losing the legs. So we're going to turn that and try and shove the legs back. Does it slide over a bit? It does. It slides out a bit. Okay. See how fun this is, children? Okay. Now we shove that so it's back up against it. And then that just folds up in between the wheels on the back because it's not cable at all. Turn the arms down. Turn the arms down. Shove all that together. And believe me, it doesn't hold that well. Rotate the big chest piece. If this isn't in the way. Whatever. It's fine. Rotate the big chest piece. Fold that down. And that little nubbiny bit sticking out there goes into that, I'm guessing. Sure. And then fold the halves of the bumper around to make sort of like side skirts. Because this is a Gundam now. I don't know. Come on. Tight. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. Alright. And now we're going to move this out of the way a bit. And just flip up and tab in the head. And close that back up. And there he is in robot mode. Okay, 1 second. Does that look like fun to you? Was that a fun transformation? Did I enjoy doing that? Why are you just nodding at me while laughing? That's not fair. It's so complicated, like so complicated. You move the arms and you bring them back, and all these random panels that make up the vehicle mode are just everywhere. So they don't hold together, they don't look good. The head is fine, but it doesn't look good. It's like the eyes are super beady and the arms... looks like someone's over emo home fan art of Batman. It's... just see the terrible Batman head? There you go. Yeah, it's not good. And then you've got these big gangly shoulders on these little things, so if you put any big weight on it, they just sort of down there somewhere. The thighs are super skinny, which is why I tried to do the blue to make them look a little thicker, but it just... these panels after a while just start to droop, so they hang off the leg. Hello, I'm just going to make myself known. Hello. You've got the big wheels and stuff. I mean, in the thing, you had the wheels sticking off, but they weren't this obvious, and you didn't have this big lump, and just, it's not good. I don't like it. You know, one of those figures you buy and you almost instantly regret, and then you spend ages trying to convince yourself, no, it was a good buy. No, I didn't waste my money. And yeah, I totally did. Oh, I don't like this figure. I don't like this figure at all. Should we talk about the weapon? Because apparently we've got to talk about the weapon. Yes, and there are animals under the table. Yes, I know. This thing. So for weapon storage, it tab pegged in there for the vehicle mode, but on top here, there's that little slot. And in the back here, there's that little tab. And you put that, does it go whichever way it goes up? There you go. We'll do that. And it tabs on there. Stupid double hinge in there that closes up whenever it wants. And that's the weapon storage. Yay! I'm surprised I haven't accidentally done the stupid gimmick of this weapon. Hooray! But you know what the gimmick is? So it's quick use, so you can make sure you can shoot the bad guys really fast. If you just tap this ever so gently. See, there's a spring in there. Yay. That's it. That goes over, hooks on there, and if you tap it loose, it springs out into a gun. However, it just sort of wibbles around a bit. It's just, whatever, it can go in the hand, I don't care. I picked the wrong video to do as a first review this morning. I've got another couple I want to do, and so he's got that, and he can go pew, 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 and we'll try and get him to a dramatic pose. Haha, and just, that wasn't even intentional. No. Just, we'll get a size comparison with the old crosshairs, because really? You want to put crosshairs in, do you? Hang on, 1 sec. Let me just get him standing up a bit more straight so you can see how tall they are. Okay, do you want to put him just there? Well done. And yeah, so they're about the same kind of size, but you know how this one's easy to transform and solid and doesn't fall apart on you and is just a nice representation of the essence of the G1 character. And this is a mess. I don't like this figure. I really don't like this figure. At least the Generations Orion packs, the Thrilling 30s, at least that held together. This thing, if you try and move the legs too much, it's just the backpack and everything. I don't like it. I'm gonna go because all I'm gonna be saying for the next like 20 minutes is just don't like it. I need to stop. I can't. Just no. Stop laughing at me. Right, I'm gonna go. Okay, so I should be ugly. I should be wretched. I shall see all of you when I get a transforming figure of myself that's worse than that one. So might be some time. Laters.